Hey, you guys, I'm sorry I had to get off so abruptly. I just wanted to come back and finish that story, and then I'm going to go. I'm not going to be on here long at all. Um, I do need to go ahead and pull up my computer because there are a couple of folks that tried to come in here that I need to make sure that I get them out. But I'm just going to wait because I don't want to keep repeating myself. I hate when I have to either when YouTube interrupts it or if I have to get off abruptly. But sometimes that happens. You end up losing the audience because people go and start doing other things. But whether somebody comes in or not, I am going to continue to go on. Somebody is in here. Welcome. I don't know if that was somebody that was in here before when I got off, but if it is, welcome. If it isn't, welcome. Um, I'm going to go ahead and just talk about what I was talking about. What I was talking about was in the beginning, for if you weren't in here before I got off abruptly, so I do apologize for that. I was talking about actually burglaries and just burglaries everywhere as far as in your cars, in your homes. There was this one lady who left out to go and get a cup of coffee and came home and her entire house was ransacked. There was just a lot of stuff. But I was actually talking about four women. I believe it's anywhere between 2 to 4 women who ended up moving into a house that was not house. No one was living in it. It was just an empty house. And what ended up happening is they moved into the house that had been just deserted with their children. These are working mothers, excuse me, with their children. And so they ended up moving into the house. And when they moved into this house, there was a lot of work that needed to be done in the house. There was a lot of work that needed to be done on the inside and the outside. So with them being homeless, basically the only thing that they were looking to do was to find housing for them and their children. So they weren't worried definitely about the outside nor the inside because it's unfortunately when you are homeless, you don't have anywhere to go, right? So they ended up taking up residence in this home. And when they took up residence in the home, the authorities didn't really get involved in it. And the reason they didn't get involved in it is because there's a thing called, there's something where you can call the police if you have an issue and it's an issue between you and another person or another person and having a complaint against someone. But when it goes into the housing, it becomes civil. It becomes a civil situation. So the authorities have to come in by way of law, lawmakers and judges and lawyers and things of that nature. And so these ladies ended up living in the house for some time, a little bit before Thanksgiving. And after Thanksgiving, they had received, or sometime in the interim, they had received a notice of eviction. But when they received the notice of eviction, it was not addressed to them. It was actually addressed to the previous renters who had already left. This is how the mothers found out the house was vacant and no one was living there. So basically what happened is the property owners who actually were supposed to be taking care of the house obviously weren't taking care of the house because they didn't even know that the previous renters had left and moved out. Hence, the 3 mothers or 4 mothers, I'm not really sure how many, they ended up moving into the house. Welcome to you all who have come in. You don't have to stay in the bushes. I don't call anybody by name. I just say hi. That's it. But welcome. I just think this is a really, really interesting story. I really do. Hi, Violet. I'm so sorry that I had to get off like that. I apologize. But I did want to come back and tell you guys the story because this story it's amazing. So we were talking about how the man ended up getting his house. So these ladies took up residence in the house. And when they actually, hey Trina, when they actually took residence in this house that was now vacant. They had been living there probably at this time. Once they received the eviction notice, and once I note that I say once they received the eviction notice, because they received the eviction notice, but it was not addressed to them. It was addressed to the previous renters. So they're living in this house. So because they're living there, they ended up going to court because they didn't want their belongings and things to be kicked out or to be put out on the street. I don't know if it's like that in your state, but in the state of California, when a person gets evicted, they give them time to get their stuff out. I've seen actually on YouTube where people have been evicted and they literally like take and put their stuff outside. From what I can understand in the state of California, you have to actually, the landlord has to actually, hey Trina, look, I was on here before and then I got off. I had to get off really, really quick. And I was talking about these ladies who were living in Oakland and they had found an empty house and they took up residence in the house. They were homeless women with children, but they had jobs, but they didn't have a place to stay. I'm trying to go real quick. Prior to them taking up residence, they were actually just living from pillar to post, as sad as it seems, with their children. And it was about 3 or 4 women with their children. And what they have done, it's become all over the news now, so anybody really can look it up. Hey, Vivacious, how are you? What you can do is you can look up this story. But in the Bay Area, they ended up seeing empty houses because, as I got off, said before I got off, when houses go vacant here, a lot of times they just stay vacant a real long time. They stay vacant a real long time, even with homelessness. They stay vacant a long time. Probably has a lot to do with the fact that the housing costs in the state of California, especially in the Bay Area, is so high. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that y'all's housing costs ain't high. I'm not saying that. I just tell you this much. I lived in the state of Virginia. What is the topic? Okay, yeah, let me bring you back on board. The topic for this evening is actually, I was talking about break-ins. Actually, people actually breaking, you know what? Thank you for asking that because a lot of people had just come in because I had to get off earlier. People, I just noticed before I was like, oh, babe, I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I want to talk about something that people might find interesting. A lot of times people don't find people breaking into your home or breaking into your car or violating you, period, in general, to be interesting. They just don't. But what ended up happening, we did notice a lot of break-ins where people were just breaking in people's car just to be breaking into their car. To me, yeah, it is. It is. It is a reality. So anyway, these 3 or 4 mothers with children ended up seeing a vacant home. They were homeless. They're working mothers, but they're homeless. So they ended up going into this house and literally taking up residence. Earlier in my life, I had indicated that I read a story about a gentleman here in the Bay Area. I think he was in, I want to say San Francisco. He was in San Francisco and he ended up moving into a house. This was about 5 years ago. The house was broken down, beat up, needed some work done to it. Guess what he did? Bruh started paying the taxes. He started fixing that house from the inside out. When I tell you his house is absolutely beautiful, and I say his house proudly because guess what? As a result of what he has done, he is now the owner of that house. A homeless man, now the owner of the house. So basically, what these young ladies have done, and all of them are young, they're in their 30s. I know, right? Is that not an amazing story? Yes. In the state of California, if there is a vacant home, because for some crazy reason, and you guys know what? I'm going to tell y'all right now, trolls will come. They were in here earlier. I had one talking about Trump for joy, to call me a liberal, saying that we get what we give out or some stuff. So they'll come, but I'm just going to act like if I see the name, I'm just not going to respond to it. If I see someone's name that I know, I will respond to your comment. But that particular person, when I see that, I'm not going to say anything. So y'all don't even, just act like they're non-existent, because guess what? They're non-existent. So in the state of California, you can actually move into a home. You can pay the taxes on a home, fix a home up, and become the actual homeowner, actually receive the deed. Now, it doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't happen all the time. This particular gentleman, it took him 6 years. But, yes, that's what somebody said in the last live. They were like, shut up. Yes, yes. If it's, because you can go in the city I live in, I can go around the corner and see vacant homes. Because what ends up happening is people end up passing away. They don't have any family. Right. Yes, that is a blessing to him. It is, right? So these ladies are all homeless, and I keep saying that they're working, because they are. It's not just one of those types of situations where you have people that just want something for nothing. It's not that. It was not a situation such as that. So they move in, they get an eviction notice, but the eviction notice comes to them. It is not in their name, because they're not the people who have been living there. So what does that tell you? That tells you that the company that was supposed to be maintaining this house wasn't doing their job. Probably getting that check every month, but not maintaining the house. And what probably happened, I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, y'all, I don't know. What probably happened is the homeowners are either military or they live out of the country. Because a lot of times when people live out of the country, they leave all of their affairs, especially household affairs and properties, with property companies to maintain, to fix up, to accept the rent, etc. So, hi. Oh, you caught me. How are you, darling? That's Latricia. Good to see you. Well, good to see that you're in the chat. So, hey, Sheila, you came back. Welcome, darling. So, I apologize, too, for having to get out so abruptly. So, what ended up happening is they had to go to court. So, when they went to court, it was after, oh, you don't have to be sorry. I actually was on earlier, and then I had to get off, and I came back on. You're not late. You're welcome. Come on in, honey. Come on in. Don't even worry about all that. So they're in the house. They're living in the house. They received this eviction notice. It doesn't even apply to them. It's not in their name. But them ladies was smart, boo-boo. They took their hips down there and went to court. Somebody said, Vivica, hello. I didn't see no Vivica in here. But hello, Vivica. So anyway, they came in, they took up residence, as I said, went to the court date for the eviction, and the judge told them, okay, honey, let me give it to you real quick, because you know what? I get to talking and forget it. It is all Carol's Daily Sauce, all lowercase with an underscore. Carol's Daily Sauce _. And you guys know what? I have had some issues. I'm going to tell you, thank you, Sheila, for saying that, because I need to say that, talk about this really, really quick. I hope y'all can't tell that my heart is heavy, but it is. I don't want to do this, but I'm going to have to do this because of me being on social media. You couldn't find it. Okay. What I'm going to do for you, Sheila, you know where the community tab is? You probably don't have it yet. But go to my page. When you go to my page, it says community. Click on community tab and I'll put it there. I'm not going to do it just yet because I don't have my computer here, nor my other phone. Huh? No? What? You said no. Y'all, people is doing stuff to me right now that is just yeah, go to the community tab. Once you go to the community tab, I'll have it there. It's already out there. But what I do want you guys to know, that I am going to be not closing, but I'm going to have to take my Instagram. I'm going to have to put it under private. I have had some situations where somebody, I don't know whom, hi, how are you? Is it, oh girl, let me get these glasses on real quick. Quilla. Girl, I can't see. You see, look, I had to put them on real quick. Quilla, I think it was Quilla Moore. Welcome to you. Somebody actually literally set up an account in my name under my Carol's Daily Sauce. Y'all, for the record, I don't sell wigs. I do not sell eyelashes. I don't sell anything out of my household. The household that I live in, because this is not, I live here, but it's not my house. This is not my house. First and foremost, I have to say that. Secondly, I don't sell wigs. I don't sell makeup. I don't sell lashes. I don't sell any of that. At one time, I looked into doing that, but I don't, number one, I don't have the room to sell wigs and lashes. I don't. And I wouldn't do that because it's not my house. So if you go to Google and you see all that craziness, rest assured, I was not the person who did it. Yeah, I was not. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Thank you. I was not the person who did that. I can tell you how to apply something. I can tell you that part, but don't worry about it, babe. Trina, that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. So if you see that, yes, please, thank you. And I'm probably going to change my phone number because my phone number is online. I don't put my phone number online for nothing. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, that's what she's doing. She's saying Vivica. I'm thinking she's calling somebody Vivica. Oh, I'm sorry. It said Nia. Thank you, baby, for saying my makeup is pretty. What, Jessica? Just be careful on the internet, basically, is all I'm saying. Be careful who you share any of your information with. I thought that I was very wise in my information. Y'all, I don't share my information with practically nobody. I don't. I barely even give my people I barely even give my people my phone number. But a lot of stuff is going to change after I get off this phone. Don't get me wrong. I am going to keep as far as I know right now, Carol's Daily Sauce will still be up. As far as I know right now. Before I leave completely and abruptly, I will tell everybody. I will let you guys know. I just don't like what just happened at all. And so anyway, I'm going to talk to you guys about these ladies so I can get off of here because I'm a tad bit frustrated. If you're still in here and you said you like my makeup, the video will be going up tomorrow. I just have to edit it, as well as a couple of other, sorry you guys, couple of other videos that I did today. I was able to get my husband and my Q&A out as well. Also, let me see what else. You know what, Latricia? I'm going to just tell you this. And I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you this, and everybody in here. It just never stops. That's all I want to say. It just never stops. Never. But the Bible tells me that this too shall pass. So I'm going to lean on that. All right. So they move into this house. Yes, Quilla, honey, that's the only thing I can lean on. You know what? God is the only person that's consistent. He's the only one that's consistent. He is the only one. So I'm going to keep on leaning on to him. And my husband and making my coffee and warming it up for me, you know. But these women, as I said, got the eviction notice. Somebody said, "Good night, Violet. It was so good getting to know you so much more. And you make sure you always come back." Good night, darling. You guys, really, really quick. We were just talking about break-ins and how they're so unnecessary at all times. If it ain't yours, don't mess with it. Okay? Then I kind of veered off and went into something where someone put up a fictitious wig, eyelash, and makeup business. First of all, I'm not gonna sell no makeup. I'm not an MUA. I know how to put on wigs, but I don't sell wigs. I don't do that. I don't do it. So somebody put that up. I don't know. And then we were talking about the story about the homeless women who ended up taking residence in a home because the home had been vacant for some time. So the company that was supposed to be taking care of the house, making sure the rent was taken care of, these folks had already moved out of the house. Once they moved out of the house, it was vacant. So the ladies helped themselves right on into it. And they moved into it with them and their children. And they have been in there since well before Thanksgiving. Boom, here comes an eviction notice. Not in their name. But guess what? Them baby girls went to court because they knew if they didn't go to court, they could be evicted. Okay? Now, they went to court, but even though it wasn't addressed to them, but they told the judge that they have a right to live there. They have a right to live there because they're residents of, thank you. I like my mustache too. They told them that they have a right to live there. And so they stayed there and they are still there now. Okay. So anyway, what they're doing now is they are waiting. I was telling you guys earlier, I was saying that these ladies go to work, they take care of their children, they come home, and every day at 5 p.m., put in the freezer for me, baby. Thank you. You're so sweet. Every day at 5 p.m., they have a meeting. They get their children and all of them come out on the porch and they have these meetings and they basically say, you know, pro, we moved in here and we taking over. Pro, ain't nobody said this was their house. And basically what the lawyer for the company is saying, this should not be so. They shouldn't be able to move into a house and take up residence in it. And that's where I want to step in. I'm kind of like, you know, because Mama always told me, don't leave YouTube, please. Oh, this is a great platform for you and your videos. Okay. Oh, Leah. Thank you. Thank you. That's so sweet. And y'all always say that. You guys are always, always, always very, very kind. And more than likely, I won't. It's just that I gotta make some changes. I know one thing. I know I'm changing my phone number because I don't want no. We love you. Don't go. Oh, sofa time. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Sofa time with Quills, I think it is. I love that name. I love that. So you guys, these ladies have been living here. They took up residence. They're every day got electricity cut on in their name. Okay, all of that. Cleaned it up, fixed it up. And as I said before, here in the state of California, you can do that. You can do that and pay the taxes. Move into a place and pay the taxes. Oh, Trina, don't. Okay, please don't. Okay, thanks, darling. Woo, y'all, stop it. Every last one of you guys stop right now. For real. For real. Because y'all, I'll be back because I cannot. No, I'm not going to go. I'm going to stay. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for loving me because I definitely, ooh, look at my makeup. Oh, that's my eyelashes. Babe, can you bring me some tissue or something because I'm slinging snot. Oh, you guys, stop, 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 please. My intention is never in a million years to do anything to anybody. God knows my intention. I am always here, no matter what it is, to help and assist by any. Oh, Jack, thank you. You guys are so sweet, but this is not about me. Please, please, please. Okay, all right. And you know what? I hate to let people win too, so I ain't going nowhere. Just okay. So y'all, let's get back on this lady. Let's get back on this. Child, don't mess up that people. Look, Vivacious is so funny. She like, girl, don't mess up that pretty face, that beautiful face. Don't mess that up, right? Sheila, say tears of joy. Yes. You know what, too? And one thing I'm not a oh God, my nose. Uh-oh. Who is Young Waffen and who retracted his message? Don, no, Don, don't go. Don't go. I'm done. I'm done, Don, for real. Hi, Fisher. How are you? Blessed day to you. You are so funny. Vivacious B, you are so funny. Okay. Now my bag's really showing, but oh well. Anyway, y'all my peeps. I don't care. But anyway, so I'm gonna finish this story so we can move on. So anyway, long story short, these ladies took up residence. They got the eviction. And I don't know, like I said, in the state of California, y'all, folks can move in, take up residence, fix the house up. My eyes look horrible. There we go. Fix the house up. Oh, and I could see y'all better too. Sure enough. Fix the house up and everything looks well. So what they did is these young ladies did just that. And when they did that, everything is starting to look up in their favor. There are some lawmakers who are jumping on the bandwagon. They got people who are now trying to take their case for them. So it's almost becoming like one of those, I'm sorry. It's almost becoming one of those cases like you see on the news or where they actually make movies on. You know what I mean? So I'm like, go ahead, girls. Go ahead. Do y'all's thing. Even though I kind of feel like, girl, if y'all don't get out of people's house. But then on the other hand, I'm like, they left their house or they left their house to some folks that ain't taking care of their house, okay? But what if these people ended up moving overseas somewhere, right? I can't stand to see lipstick on my cup. What if they ended up moving overseas somewhere? And when they moved overseas, they will be returning in 3 to 5 years. And these people come back in 3 to 5 years and they don't own their home. What do y'all feel about that? The Walmart challenge. Girl, okay, Walmart challenge, Sheila E. I'm coming back. Vivacious. They are. I love you, Sheila. You are so sweet. No, they are. They're going to get that house. They are going to get that house. I looked on it today. Lawmakers then got into it. Look at your video. Okay, the Walmart challenge on Sheila E. Okay, I'll do that after I get off here. I definitely will. If it's shopping, I'll sure do it. Yes, yes, ma'am. Do it tomorrow. So you guys, when people come in and they say stuff in different languages, yes. Oh, you know what, Don? It sounds like you have dealt with that. But these squatters, honey, they ain't squatters, girl. They ended up, these 4 women with their babies, they're homeless. They were homeless, and they girl, these eyes is toe up. Hey, love, gotta go. Okay, yeah, go put them babies to bed, V, and we will see you. Thank you so much for your encouraged words. Love you, girl. Talk to you soon. But what part in California? That's what I'm saying. They do have rights. Yes, they do. They have rights after they live in there. And in the state of California, I was telling them, Don, you came in a little later. There's a man who had taken up residence in this home like 5.5, 6 years ago. And he took up residence. Oh, okay, okay. You know what? I appreciate that. I can't say your name. Okay. I think I just seen my city, girl. I think I just seen my city. I wanted, it might be Peanut, P-N-A. You said you are watching this. Okay, babe, I'll talk to you later. You said that you're watching this with your girlfriend. Welcome. It's just that, unfortunately, and I'm trying, I don't understand Spanish, but I really would like to learn it. But please, hopefully you can understand me, and please come in. If you're not saying anything we gotta talk. If you're not saying anything, that is disrespectful or out of pocket, you are definitely welcome here. Okay, so they ended up, like I said, moving into this house, and you guys, like V said, honey, Vivacious V, they gonna get their house, because baby, they fighting like nobody's business. They are not taking no for an answer, and they are moving forward. And if you think about it, how many people do you know? And I'm pointing to me. How many people do I know that might have the tenacity, okay, to go in the house and say, I ain't moving? Girl, I'd be like this. I'd be like, this how I would be. I wouldn't be, bags would be way here. Oh, you feel comfortable? Well, good. I'm glad you feel comfortable, because you're welcome. You know what? Everybody here is always welcome. You're always welcome here. Male or female, you're always welcome here. I just don't want to be disrespected, as I don't disrespect people. See? Sammy, you sound like me. That's me. The moment I start... No, this ain't you, honey. Oh my, Katia. Yes, I remember you, love. Mwah. Yes, I remember you. Definitely. Sammy is so funny talking about her bags would be packed and go. Me too. Me, for real. Because I just, especially with your babies, I couldn't imagine laying my head and then not knowing if somebody gonna come in there beating. And the sad thing about squatters is, and I only know this because of what I read, okay? Because I don't like to disrespect nobody, not even squatters, okay? Because they typically don't have. Oh, ice came in there. Did y'all see my dramatic eyelashes? I went, oh, look at my eyelashes looking like I'm on a cartoon. I need to stop. See you later. Bye. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good night as well. Okay. Bye-bye. So, y'all, that's Don, that's crazy. They tend to have a sense of oh, not no, let me see. I love your chat listening while I pick up at my house. Oh, you're so sweet. They are doing that here with the house, and we're gonna. That's what happens here. The houses are either for sale. No, not for sale. Most of the time they're for rent, or they're older people who have lived in them and have passed away with no living relatives, no children, no nothing. So what normally I thought happens is the property becomes an asset to the state. I thought. I don't know. Y'all correct? Well, unless you live in California, that would be the only way that you know, because laws change, laws differ, according to where you guys live. But from what I can understand, it becomes, when a person passes, if they don't have any living relatives, it becomes an asset of the state. Typically, I thought that was it. So anyway, y'all, these women are in there and they in it to win it. You hear me? They in it to win it. And I'm going to tell you, just like, y'all going to crack up when I say this and it's not funny, just like I celebrated when OJ was cleared, because I did. In my young years, yes, I celebrated when OJ was cleared. I did. If you ask me now, do I think OJ did it? And we ain't talking about OJ. I ain't going to answer you. How about that? I'm not answering you if you ask me, do I think OJ did it? I'm going to just leave that right alone. That's for another story, okay? Why are you hollering, Sammy? Y'all, I act a plum fool when OJ, you did too, yeah. I mean, girl, you would have thought he was running. You would have thought they had hired me to run through the airport. How many of y'all remember that commercial? But what ends up happening, right, girl, I celebrated so hard. I'm surprised my legs still move. My babies at the time, I had babies. Okay? So that was over 20 years ago. Girl, why a car chase was my favorite part. Why? Okay. Blown to say good dog about what happens. You know what? Is it Sophia or no? It's Sofa. Sofa with. Put your name up in the chat. Just put your name up in the chat and just put me, so I can say it right. Because y'all, it's content creators in here, and I believe in building, and I believe in helping one another out. I know one content creator is in here. Her name is Sheila E. I know Sophie. Girl, you know. Don, I love you. You be cracking me. Don, y'all, Don be making my chats. Don makes my chats lit, y'all. Even if I'm not the one, Don make them lit even if it's only 3 people in here and 2 people quiet. You know what I'm saying? Because Don gonna have something to say, and when she say it, it's so true. It tickles you. Yes. So you guys make sure that you visit Sheila E. and make sure that you visit the other young lady. I want to say Sophie with Quills. Quelz. I think. I'm not sure. Like I said, if she's still in here, go ahead and put it in the chat and just put me. So I know, because I want to go. I got to go to Sheila's page. I got to go. Oh, it ain't Quills, y'all. It's Kales. Kales. Yes. Please visit her. Sofa with, it's spelled Quelz, but it's pronounced Kales. That Q is silent. Kales. Okay, y'all? We stand corrected, boo. No. But thank y'all for making my smile come back. Y'all made my smile come back. I appreciate you guys so much. But They gonna get their home, boo. They gonna be some home owners. The only hope I have for them is that if either of them ever get into a relationship and it ever get into a relationship and they end up separating, moving and going their separate ways, they would be joint homeowners, and I wonder how they would work that out. That's the only thing that I question. But I mean, I'm not a scaredy cat. I ain't no big fighter either, but I commend them because, oh, there she, okay. Oh, I'm still struggling. Girl, that's right. And then Don was saying that there was a house where she lived at, or maybe something. Sophie Time Talks with Kales. That's it, y'all. Sophie Time Talks with Kales. That's a jamming name, girl. Good Lord. I just went with my stale Carol's Daily Sauce. But everybody be like, it's so cute. Y'all know Carol is not a cute name. I don't know what my mama was doing. I was named actually after my grandfather's second wife. Her name was Carrie DeLois. My name is Carol DeLois. So yeah. Why am I putting it on? Okay, I'm not reading. Okay, so they're sad about the ladies in the house, but Carol got that sauce, girl. I swear, y'all too much. But let me tell you what my son said, though. When I first told him I was going to do it, and this is my younger baby, I told him I was going to do it. And he was like, well, what you going to call it? And I told him, right? He went, ugh. He was like, that's cheap and ugh, that. But mind you, he 20. He 21. A 21-year-old wouldn't like something, especially that they mama doing, if she 53. Now, I know it's some 21-year-olds that's dating 53-year-olds. Go ahead, have your way. I mean, I ain't knocking. I always have to put my disclaimers because I ain't knocking it. But my son told me that sound old. I was like, okay. But my 28-year-old son, let me tell you what he told me the other day when I talked to him. He said, Mom, I'm doing real good. You looking real good. Yes, I like the Daily Sauce. It's got a ring to it. And see, that was what I was trying to do. But I like yours too. My older son, and you guys know what, I was looking at him, and with these braids in my hair, my older son, we look like twins. He's on Instagram. I have to ask him if I can give his Instagram. And the reason I say that is because I just don't want to offend nobody. Lord, I don't want to offend nobody. But he's all of my children are nice looking. Every last one of them, including my bonus baby. He is cute, honey. He looked like his daddy when his daddy was younger. So they're all lovely, lovely children. But that Caleb was telling me, yeah, Mom, you're looking pretty. And I said, well, how are you in the dating, world? And he's like, oh, I'm seeing women. And I'm like, okay. I said, you'll be 28 on Saturday and no grandchildren. You know what that boy came back to me and said? He said, no, not only no grandchildren. He said, not out of wedlock too. That's what he said to me. I was like, you know what? I'm so proud of you. Once again, not knocking anybody who had their children before they got married. Not at all. What works for one may not work for the other. I know, honey. He is 28. And I'm like, what? But he, unlike my other children, was just like me coming up. He unfortunately went through a stage of bullying. He unfortunately went through a stage of being a little chubster. And now he's six-packing it. I'm like, what? You had to lose that baby fat, huh? The thing about it with my son, he lost his baby fat. I still got mine. I probably got some of the weight that I had when I had him 28 years ago. See, I be doing too much. I do. But y'all, that's it. I just wanted to talk about those wonderful women in Oakland that are fighting for, their right. And they feel like, because nobody was maintaining a house. Basically, so what they're saying, and I'm gonna just use layman's terms, is y'all wasn't thinking about it. Y'all didn't give a rat's butt about the house. Cockroaches could have went in there, mice could have went in there. Anybody that wasn't a human could go in there and take up residence. But the moment a working, able-bodied human being goes in there and takes up residence, it becomes a problem. Right? Isn't that a good point? Yeah, roaches and all the other vermins and everything, cats, dogs, they can go up in there and you don't charge them rent. You don't have a problem with them going in. And the thing about us is, hopefully, most of us will shower and brush our teeth and clean up around ourselves and bathe and things. Hopefully, we'll do things for the betterment of the house. It does bring the house back too. But on the other hand, when you think about the squatters in different states and the laws and things like that, it can get pretty hefty. Because like I said earlier, Don was talking about, had made mention that ICE had to come in. Now, did ICE come in to remove the people out of that house because they weren't residents of the United States? Is that what you're saying? You saying some people from Great Point, that's why I think they're going to win. Yeah. And I mean, I'm sorry. This is just my thought. Oh, it wasn't you. Okay. Somebody was in here and they said something about some squatters had taken sometimes they are here. Yes, Sammy, they do. They end up being undocumented and they come here and they have to live by any means necessary. I think one of the saddest stories recently I heard was a young man, 15 years old, being found dead under the hood of a car. So he wanted to get over here so bad that he literally got under the hood of a car to leave where he was from and come to the United States. So it's sad. I don't think that anybody, and this is just me, I mean, if you want to chime in and have your say so, you're entitled to that. But I know, dying literally for a chance to live. All they want to do is live. That's it. So I boo-hooed over that. Y'all, my name is Sensitive Susie, and I have a crying problem. Yes, I do. I'll boo-hoo in a minute, especially if people are trying to give me like acclamations and praises and let me know that they love me. I appreciate that. I know it is, Sheila. It's sad. It's sad that people have to live in the predicaments that they live. And with that being said, I'm cut up with some tears. Oh, yes. Yes. Always have all my life. And a lot of people, Sammy, for me, a lot of people have thought that that was my weakness. Understand me. My crying ain't never a weakness, okay? What my crying is my caring. It's me caring so much about that person, whether I'm being attacked or... Dawn, it is out of control. I've always been sensitive, Susie. Always. Always, always, always have. But, see, y'all see Trina? She say yes. Citrina. I can't never, it's my cousin, okay? And she'll tell you in a minute. Always. My sisters and brothers. Trina, you saying you can't imagine that? Or are you still on that little boy? I know you, Carol, I ain't gonna cry, but thank you, Sammy. I do. Sometimes, you guys, okay, Big Heart. I'm gonna go back to Big Heart. Do you guys see that I keep looking, my eye, this eye right here keeps looking over there? Do y'all notice that? I wanna know if you guys notice that. keep looking over there on that eye. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all why. My baby hairs, you did notice it, Sheila. My baby hairs are growing back. I started using this edge control stuff. And y'all, it got black temporary dye in it. It's by African Pride. And my edges are growing back. They're filling in. I know, Trina, that is so sad. And that happened, honey, that happened maybe last month when I heard about it. I didn't even want to repeat it, but it's sad. But I was saying, I don't think anybody should ever be homeless. Anybody. I remember when my children and I were living in another city. And I want to say that my daughter, she had to be over 16. So she's probably about 17, maybe 18. Homeless or hungry. You ain't lying. It's terrible. Nobody should. Nobody. The issue with me with the hunger part, I got so much stuff to go back to. The issue with me with the hunger part is folks walking around feeding dogs, cats, rats, and you don't want to feed a person. Something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that. The big heart. I always have had a big heart. I pray to God often that he would take it away from me. But every time I pray that he would take it away from me, it gets bigger. I don't have a whole lot, but what I do have is a whole bunch of experience that I've been through and situations that I've been through. And I use them as just a way just to get through life and to try to help others get through life. Really. I actually talked on the phone to another YouTuber. Okay, I remember her name. And what it is, I remember her name, but I always say Lady B Ashley or Lady Ashley B. Y'all probably know her. I spoke on the phone to her. Yep. That's what the pastor say. Sammy. Jesus said. That's true. That is so true. My goodness. But it hurts sometimes. Sometimes you can literally want to give and help and get whooped on. But hey, he brought it to me and he'll get me through it. He will get me through it. And like I always tell everybody, I don't go through nothing. I grow through everything. Thank you very much, Sheila. I grow through everything. When I leave this earth, I'll still be growing. I want to learn something new every single minute of the day. Not every day. Every single minute of the day. Not so that I can be a know-it-all, but so that I can be a help to somebody. Growing and glowing. Yes, ma'am. That's a good one. Be a help to somebody. You know what? I want one person to tell me, what do it hurt to help somebody? Yeah, you might feel used. Okay? Yeah, you might. It's a whole bunch of negative stuff that you can really think of. But what I try to think of is not only what I can do to help them, but what if it becomes a domino effect? Hey, Miss True. Y'all, Miss True in the building. Miss True Redbone. What if it becomes a domino effect? You know what I'm saying? What if one person helped one person and then the other person helped the other person, and then guess what? The hate that we have in the world would be lessened. I ain't gonna never say it would be no more. I'll never say that, because it's gonna be hate. No matter what, it's gonna be hate. People are gonna hate. Miss True, you came in after we have discussed like 150 gazillion things. I've been on here twice, but the first thing that I was discussing was about uh, break-ins and how people are breaking into cars and houses and all that kind of stuff. But there was a lady in Oakland, California, or a family of, I say a family because they all live together in this house. It's four women and their children, and they were all homeless. They are working women, and they took possession of a house that had been vacant for some time, and they took possession of it in November. Got eviction notices. Obviously was not to them because they weren't the ones who were renting it in the first place. The people who were renting it up and left. But literally the house had been vacant for the longest time. Yes, squatters like. But honey, no. Guess what? They went to court. They still in there. Since before Thanksgiving. Way before Thanksgiving. They still in there. And they're fighting. They're fighting for what they say is theirs. And I was telling everybody, too, in the state of California, some parts of California, you can go and take up residence in a home that has been, if you can prove the home has been vacant for some time and nobody is living there and you're paying the taxes and you fixed it up, you can end up owning it. We got a man who did that in San Francisco, and he owns a close to $1 million home right now. And what did he pay on it? He paid the taxes for 6 years, and he fixed it up. He was homeless prior to moving in there. So that's really the big thing that we were talking about. We were talking about how you got to be careful on the internet because people, and you know what? It's not even careful on the internet. It's careful with, yeah, Trina, that really actually happened. That has definitely happened. You can Google it on Google, even around the people that we know, and no one love, because I had something happened where folks was putting up that I sold lashes and lipstick and hair, and I do not. Once again, I do not. First of all, why would I do that? I'm on Social Security. Hello. Do y'all know if I did that, I would lose my Social Security? No. So once again, I don't sell those things. What else, y'all? I don't know. I've been on here so long. You know what? Is it really true? I need to look at some of them videos. You know what my husband was saying? I'm sorry, y'all was scratching my leg. What my husband was saying earlier, he said, you know what? It shouldn't be a need that nobody don't know how to do nothing. Because you can look on YouTube how to do anything. Anything, y'all. Anything. It is. Yes. Because like I said, you going somewhere. I was just saying though, imagine going out of the country. Say you're in the military and you move with your husband and your children and you guys move to Germany, okay? And you go to Germany for 4 years and you come back with your family. You mean to tell me I can come back and my house could be gone? Yep. If you hire a company, y'all, my husband played too much. So he done made me some ice cream stuff. So he want me to be sitting in here in front of y'all smacking. You've got some issues. Good. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait until it gets soft. But it happens. It happens. I would hate to go overseas somewhere and come back, and then once I get back, find out that you're no longer a homeowner. But then I would hope that their mail would be forwarded or something like that. I don't know. I just want a situation. I always want a situation to be a win-win for everybody. Can we just get a win-win for everybody? Nope. We can't because of the types of people that are in this world. It's bad. Well, y'all, I'm blabbing. Unless there's something else that you guys want to discuss by putting it in the comments, I am going to get my hips on off of here and film my last video. I'm going to do my night routine. I think I'm going to do that because I'm ready to get all this off. I'm tired of seeing all this. Plus, I've been on here on over an hour. Oh, I do want to say this to you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging with me. I had a live the other day. That live was 2 hours and 10 minutes. Here, this one is over an hour because I have another one that I did before this one. Thank you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you to all of you guys that are on the chat. Thank you to the new people that came in. Thank you to the person from Turkey. And thank you, I believe, to the person from Japan that was in here with his girlfriend or something like that. Somebody from speaking Spanish. Welcome. Thank you. Any and all types. If you don't disrespect and don't mistreat all of those that are around you who are in the chat as well, you're welcome here. All right. I love you guys all so much. But not only do I love you, I appreciate each and every one of you. I just want to, it says that it's 9 people. Time to unwind. Looking forward to a weekend. Good night. Good night, darling. Everybody, y'all are all great. All of you guys are just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. To the ones that were with me from the very beginning in the first live, thank you for the very uplifting words, because y'all know when you look at this live again, when you look at it, you will see, yes, I literally broke down. I broke down and started crying. I was just so hurt. But this too shall pass. I'll talk to you beautiful people real soon. Bye-bye. Oh, you got to tell me this. Go ahead, Don. You know I ain't going nowhere. Whenever Don says something, y'all, I know it's going to be funny or serious. So I'm going to sit right here like I'm looking at a movie with my ice cream my husband made me and listen to what Don got to say. Come on, Don. Hurry up and tell me this, girl. Is there still some people in here? I know a few people say good night. But is there still some people in here? I know one thing. I'm finna go get on my computer. Bye, Miss True. I do not want this ice cream though. I want it to be a shake. You mean to tell me, wait a minute, I ain't going nowhere, Dawn. I'm not laughing at you, Dawn. I'm laughing with you, okay? You mean Virginia. When I lived in Virginia, man, they had so many, I know you, they had so many snow days, it was ridiculous, okay? So, right? Bless her, because guess what? Now, the kids is I can't even get it out. Now the kids is still there. Now they stuck. They stuck at the house because she, oh my Lord, I ain't laughing at you. Oh my God. So when my kids were younger, and we lived in Virginia. When my kids were younger, that's where we lived. We lived in, like I told you guys, when I first moved to Virginia, I lived in Newport News. And then I moved from Newport News to Hampton. And then from Hampton, I moved from Hampton to Norfolk. And then I moved back to California. That's when I left my ex-husband the first time. And then I stayed in California maybe for about 1.5 years. And then they closed school. I'm sorry. Oh my God. So my kids, Fairfax County, they say it's gonna snow tomorrow. But the thing, good night, Latricia. The crazy thing about it though, is when they be closing these schools like that, guess what? It don't even be that much snow. It be flurries. But it be cold. Maybe they do it, maybe they close it because it's so cold. I know my butt went out there trying to drive one time in that black ice. Girl, me and that van went to swinging. I never, after that, when they started saying it was snowing, when they started saying we was getting a cold front, I was one of them kind who put that plastic up to that window. And I got my food at the commissary, and I filled up them cabinets. After I swirled that one time in that van, I said, I ain't doing this no more. When it came hurricane time, I was the one who did that tape because I wasn't used to, those type of weather conditions. Crazy as it sounds, because it's probably going to sound crazy to you guys, I would rather have a little shaking for a few minutes in an earthquake than a snowstorm, than a tornado, than a hurricane. I'm serious. And every time I say that to people, they look at me like I'm crazy because they're not used to earthquakes. Honey, I am born and raised in California. I've been here pretty much my whole life. Y'all, Dawn hot, okay? She just mad. She's just so mad about the situation. I guess the kids were out of school, what, 2.5, maybe 3 weeks. And then when it was time, no snow. Oh, you haven't started yet, Trina. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but when it do, whoo. And then, like I said, the whole time in Virginia, it was just snow flurries. Um, it wasn't, uh, snow. Like, okay, it wasn't New York snow. That's what I guess I should say, because New York has a lot of snow. When they snow, it snow. Wisconsin has a lot of snow. I guess some areas in Virginia have a lot of snow as well, but where I lived at, nope. But honey, I used to get mad too when them kids would supposed to be going back, and then when they go back, and then what gets me is, how do you call it a snow day when it's not that much snow? Maybe it's a way to prevent the bus drivers with the school district from getting into car accidents or and risking the lives of the children or something. Maybe it's that, Don. Maybe they want to protect the babies. Maybe they're concerned about the heating system freezing up or something like that. You live out toward the mountains. Wow. Yeah, they doing too much. They doing too much. Them people just still want to be on vacation. Now I wonder, do you know if where you live at, do the teachers do they get paid according to how many kids come to school? Because in the state of California, the teachers, I was wondering where you were, Miss Lady B. I was wondering where you was at. How are you today? Do you know if that is it, Dawn? Because I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you why I asked that. Yeah, that's true. They will cancel the weather show. It didn't snow until girl. Oh, feel better. I'm sorry. You know what? I actually was kind of congested and clogged earlier, but once I got up and started moving around, I feel a little bit better. Wow. Yeah, that's true. They will. I do remember them closing schools when the snow hadn't started. So all they got was a balloon that came out of the air, the color that indicated snow was on the way. And I'm serious. When school is out at 3, yeah, they didn't want nobody. They didn't want to work. That's what that was. They didn't want to work, Don. They didn't want to work. That's all it was. But in the state of California, guess what? If the kids don't go to school, you ain't getting paid. So I'm going to do a video tomorrow. I just wasn't feeling. Yeah, you rest, honey. When you don't feel good, you rest. Yeah, because that's what I would think, Trina. I would think if you live in a hilly area and if it's not nothing but Lady B, what we're doing is we're talking about. Look, I was about to get off of the live, but Don wanted to talk about why these schools are closed now. The kids were supposed to go back to school on Monday, okay, but they're out of school now because snow, and Don is not happy. Dawn ain't happy at all, honey. She is like, mm-mm. But I was saying that maybe the reason, and this is just my thought, y'all, I could be wrong. Maybe because the heaters might freeze up, or maybe, okay, a lot of the roads aren't paved and they have to come on. Okay. So, okay, a lot of the roads aren't, this eyebrow, y'all ain't right. Don't be having me sitting up in here looking crazy now, y'all. There we go. No, it's still messed up. Oh, no, these. Oh, Lady B said, oh, no, these went to school on Tuesday. If y'all don't stop, them babies is sweet. And look, that's what I always say all the time. Oh, them babies is sweet. They be like, did you want to take them home? I'll be like, mm-mm. No. They sweet because they get to go home with you. But I remember when I lived in Virginia how they used to be closing up schools, and when they close up the darn schools, for safety reasons. That's what I think it is. And a lot of Trina was saying that it's a lot of hilly areas. I was telling them, first of all, I didn't start driving until I was 29. Okay, seriously. My mama drove me everywhere, and if my mama didn't take me, I got on the bus. And then when I got married and was married to my first husband, guess what? He drove me everywhere until his friend told him that she needed to learn how to drive. And so he started teaching me how to drive. And then when he started teaching me how to drive, he yelled at me, and I looked at him like this and was done. You're not gonna yell at me. You yelling at me for something that I don't know how to do, that you're supposed to be teaching me to do, but you yelling at me. Something's wrong with that picture. Guess who taught themselves to drive? He went out to sea, and he left that car in that driveway, and I got in that car. And you know what I did? You can do this, because I remembered some of the stuff that my mother and sister taught me. Sister taught me when she was messing around trying to drive. And I would, this braid is coming out. I would just go to the store. Right up around the corner. A lot of times I went through issues where people were like, come on, it's your turn, you know. But I learned through trial and error. Thank God it was no car accidents. And when he came back from being out to sea, I had a driver's license. And that's the type of person I am. I mean, I really, truly, honestly don't wait for nobody to do nothing for me. Never have and never will, even in my pain. Thank God that the Lord blessed me with a husband who loves me and assists me, you know, with the things that I need, you know. Look at Dawn and Trina talking about the snow. It is crazy. I agree with y'all, even though I don't have it. Not only do I agree with you guys, I feel bad because I'm complaining about this snow. I'm sorry, I'm complaining about this chill here. When some people here in California are still walking around with flip-flops. Yep, they're still walking around with flip-flops on because it's cold, but some people are, our cold is not the same cold as Virginia. I can't even say that. Excuse me. Our cold is not the same as Virginia. No, Lord. That's altogether cold. Altogether different type of cold. But listen to, they so crazy. They just talking about that. But yeah, y'all, for you, those of you guys who came in, let me leave this hair alone, came in a little later, and we went over so many things. There's actually a live up before this, but I'm going to tell you at the beginning of this live, you need to be fair warned because I was moved to tears in this live, so. Oh, that's crazy. Anyway, yeah, I was moved to tears, so all my uglies started showing. That is so crazy. I know. It is an awe. It really is, Lady B, because these people on here, you know, and I'm glad We're talking because this is really good. When you build an audience of genuine people that will watch you and give you the time to get to know you, they get to know you. I want you to know, before you came in here, there were, I'm sorry, it was all of them. They was ganging up on me. Every last one of them. Before you, even before Dawn came in, they were all ganging up on me. No, but it wasn't in a bad way. They were just really encouraging me to not go anywhere because I was this close from just saying, done with YouTube. It's just some things that I do need to do in my social media and stuff because people will use your name for all kinds of things. They will. Once again, I do not sell makeup. I don't sell wigs. I don't sell lipstick. I don't sell anything. Anything. The only thing I do with my YouTube channel, Carol's Daily Sauce, is videos. Thank you. Thank you. I am too. I am too. And I don't like to abruptly just stop, but my husband came in and said something to me, and number one, out of respect and care, you know, I had to see what was going on. And I need some, so some mods. Yeah, I do. And I've already said this. I've already said this before in a live that, and you know what, Lady B, it wasn't from anything anybody said. It wasn't from anything anybody said to me in the chat. I didn't get upset by that. It was something else altogether different, but I do need mods because, and I don't know, I'm the type of person, I just feel like, I don't want nobody, girl, that Trump for joy. Y'all, I know I shouldn't be making them ugly faces, but that's how I feel about him or her. That's how important you is. They're going to know how important they are when they try to come back on my chat. Because they're going to be straight up, not able to do it. I wish I could block a whole bunch of people. But, oh, what was I going to tell you guys? What was I going to tell you guys? So we done talked about Dawn M. Snow. When you guys go to sleep tonight, pray that it would clear up in Virginia so then babies can go back to school because those babies need an education. And, yep. And see, this is the thing, Ashley. When you do it, unless I don't know, when you do a live from your phone, I don't know if you can block people. I don't know if you can block people when you do a live from your phone, but I know you can do a block. Oh, thank you. I know that you can block on the computer, but all I'm gonna say is this: if you go into a chat with me after today, and you see a wrench by your name, or you can do it right now if you're in here. If you do not want to be a mod, please put your hand up like this. Just put your hand up like this. You know, just saying, I gracefully bow out. All you have to do is just when you see somebody doing something crazy, but I don't know, I gotta kind of check it out because I don't even know if it'll even work on the phone. I think, I see Miss True is out of here. I could have asked her because I know Miss True would know. But yeah, I have not always had, people to come in and say crazy stuff, but now recently it has come a lot. It don't bother me. I don't get bothered by, I like your mustache, I'm close to you, I got something for that bleep, that kind of stuff. That's one of those. You know what? I'm just too old. I don't have time for it. I'm not going to entertain no foolery. Foolery is just that. It's foolery. And it's foolery for a reason. For fools. So, Yeah. Oh, I'm getting sleepy. Oh my God. Seriously, I do not have time. I'm not gonna sit up on this platform and waste nobody's time with no going back. I have never been. I mean, I've never. No one has ever called me a liberal though. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll be a liberal if that's what you want to refer to me as. I'm a liberal because I don't think anybody should be homeless. Something's wrong with that. But okay. Maybe I'm a liberal because I'm a born again believer, because I am. And that's something ain't nobody going to be able to change. I don't care if I lose 20, I don't care if I lose every subscriber. Seriously, that's how serious I am. I love the Lord Jesus Christ. I bet you when I speak that, I keep them away. I keep them away then if I speak that 24/7. But they run away from the name of Jesus. Shoot. Don't start me, okay? Don't start none and it won't be none. You guys know what? So, let's talk about this hair real quick. This hair is tangly, tangly, tangly. I wake up every morning and there's a tangle. Every morning and there is a tangle. But I do like the hairstyle. I wish that I could grow my hair and literally. Now that's a shame. That's a shame right there. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. Yeah, you know what? The crazy thing it is about trolls though, Ashley and chat. Oh, it's pretty on you. Thank you. I want to drink it. See, look, Don, it's almost there. I don't want it. Ooh, y'all falling. Come on now, don't fall. Don't fall. I don't want no shake. I mean, I don't want no float. I want it like shake form so I can drink it. But I had always, I think I said something to this. Let me hold this thing up because it's wobbling. I think I said something to this one other time in a video. And I think what it was I said was that I don't know. I need to come away from that thought that if I'm nice, everybody is going to be nice, because it's not. All my life, I've always hoped that. I've always wanted. No, it's not ever going to happen. It's not ever going to happen, because what I realize is unhappy individuals. Unhappy individuals. But you know what? I'm just going to continue to pray. Just continue to pray for people. I'm not going to be moved by attitudes or the things that I see. You are too funny. That ice cream is starting to... No, you didn't say my ice cream looked like no Ensure. That's what I'm trying to get it to be, Ashley. A milkshake. That's exactly what I'm trying to get it to be. I do not want... First of all, y'all, let me tell y'all this. I told that sweet dear of mine that I wanted it after I got off the live, okay? But I'm going to explain something to y'all. Whenever I get upset like I did, that's the type of stuff he'll do. So that's why he did that. So I'm appreciative. I'm going to eat it. I don't even want no ice cream, but I'm going to eat it. I'm going to eat it because he, ooh, this hair is stringy. He gave it to me. Yeah, y'all, this hair is, this is one that they sent me. I did a review on it, and even in the review, I said it's hair that I wouldn't recommend. It tangles too much. It tangles, tangles so much. This is Passion Twist. I think the other ones I had were Spring Twist. I personally like Spring Twist better. And the reason being is because Spring Twist, and I could stand to be corrected. I don't know everything. What I found is, oh, you wouldn't like this. If I put this up to your ear and you seen this, you would, look at that. See that? Tangle. I keep having tangles. You would hear it popping. I don't know if it's, first I was saying, well, maybe it's popping because it's synthetic hair. That hair that they use for Spring Twist is synthetic. But the one I wore when my hair was black, it was so soft. This is scratchy and abrasive. I don't understand. That's why I wouldn't recommend it. But I like it. The color has even grown on me. I even like that. But these tangles. So with that being said, y'all gonna see a change. You're gonna see a change in a couple of days. Yep, it took me 7 hours to put these up. It's gonna take me 45 minutes to take them down, and then you're gonna see me have some more with the hair I like. That's why they was giving me hair to review, because ain't nobody buying this. I'm not even gonna say their name. Just ask me if you decide to put passion twist or spring twist in your hair. If you want to make sure. I'm just saying, Don. Just ask me. I'll let you know. You can't, Trini. You can't. You cannot trust everybody. That's the truth. That is the truth. It's so sad. It really, really is. But folks gonna be folks, y'all. Well, like I said, if y'all gonna do your hair, go ahead and do it. But ask me, so you don't get this hair. I don't want y'all to get this hair because it tangles. And it's a bit heavy. However, that might be my fault because, like I told you guys before, instead of using just one, each piece of hair you usually can get about 2 or 3 braids out of, okay? And what I did is I took the hair, and instead of making 2 or 3 braids out, I used 1.5. So to get the thicker, because I wanted to have the jewelry, that type of thing. But I think this is going to be my go-to hairstyle because I love it. And you can do so many things. Y'all know when I said on that live earlier, I said this is my Tondi ponytail. Do y'all know who Tondi is from that show? It's not Ready for Love. I forgot it. It might have been Ready for Love with Tondi. Tondi, was all them beautiful black folks, and they was all looking for love. And all of them went from person to person. There was Tondi. There was a London. There was one named Tondi, London. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a really good reality show on finding love. And some of them didn't find love. As a matter of fact, there was a girl on there, real pretty young girl. Her name was Alexis. I think her name was Alexis. And she had a cute little shape, really pretty hair. Them guys loved her. But the man she wanted chose another woman, and she wasn't happy with it. So that was a good show. I said I was going to be doing some reviews on that, but I don't know, because then I have to remember everybody's name, and I ain't trying to remember everybody's name. It's bad enough trying to remember all y'all. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and go because I teepee. I'm ready to go home. I'm at home. I'm ready to go in this room and go get myself some sleep. But y'all, thank you so much. Thank you once again to all of y'all. I'm not pulling back. I am about to go on here and take care of some things. I'm going to go change my phone number and a lot of other things. But I will talk to you all. And Lady B, don't you worry. I got you. I will talk to you all real soon. God bless you guys. Bye-bye.